One of the best high school athletes in Kitchener, Bob Israel, an honors student from the dominant Kitchener-Eastwood football program, chose to attend Western along with several of his high school teammates for the 1963 season. A three-way battle in training camp for the starting quarterback position, the Mustangs were hoping Israel would open up the Mustang passing game from what it had been, a very run-dominant offensive scheme. Playing in a time period where the quarterbacks called all the offensive plays on the field, the freshman Israel started in the opening regular season game against McGill, throwing for an 84-yard touchdown pass in the first quarter and running for a game-winning 11-yard touchdown in the fourth quarter as he led the Mustangs to a 16-13 victory. Fellow Eastwood product and star running back for the Mustangs, Art Freeze, said of Israel, "As a quarterback, he had the ability to sense and see difficulties and opportunities in football. He had the ability to see the field. He would adapt instantaneously to changing weather and field conditions. He created opportunities while being patient when working to set them up against the opposition. At UWO, he got a lot of mileage out of a simple offensive system." Battling injuries and competition at the QB spot from within the Western ranks, Israel also had to compete against his brother Jim during the 1963 and 64 seasons, who played quarterback for the arch-rival Toronto Varsity Blues, making for some historic Israel family battles on the gridiron at both Varsity Stadium and the iconic J.W. Little Memorial Stadium. Bill Imrie, who protected Israel from the offensive tackle position, said he was highly competitive but composed and confident. Mentally and physically, he had the courage of a tough competitor, a true warrior, and a great teammate. In 1965, Israel would lead the Mustangs to a 5-1 regular season record, their best season in 6 years, and a berth in the Yates Cup championship game against U of T. Unfortunately, Toronto would mount a late fourth-quarter comeback, and the Mustangs would have to find solace in a second-place finish. The 1966 season saw Israel named co-captain of the team that battled to a 4-4 record at the conclusion of the year, and they awarded Israel the George McCullough Trophy as the team's most valuable player for the 1966 fall campaign. Returning in 1967 for a fifth season, the third-year law student was named co-captain of the Mustangs again and would lead the league with a 57% completion percentage and was the overwhelming choice as the league all-star at the quarterback position. In 1967, the Heck Crichton Trophy was in its inaugural year and would be awarded to the best football player in Canada. When Western played Toronto, the newspapers called the matchup the Duel, as two of the best players in the country, Bob Israel and Mike Eben, a receiver with the Varsity Blues, would go head-to-head. The Western Gazette wrote of the game, "Bob Israel more than lived up to J.P. Metris's confidence in his experience and played perhaps the finest game of his college career. From the opening play from scrimmage, he displayed that poise and confidence that reminded us of Russ Jackson, probing the line, throwing outside, then inside, using the draw play and the screen pass. He ran a varied offense never displayed before by a Mustang team. He scored a touchdown himself and generally controlled the ball by means of exceptional play calling. The game was a tie. Both men covered themselves in glory without a winner of the duel being declared." Head coach John Metris said of the quiet-spoken captain, "The tougher the competition, the tougher he is." Bob seemed to improve with age. At the conclusion of the 1967 season, Bob Israel would become the first ever Western Mustang to be awarded the George McCullough Trophy as the team MVP for the second consecutive time. Upon graduation, Bob Israel held the Western career passing yardage record with 1,941 yards and the career touchdown passing record with 16 touchdowns. In the 1968 CFL Draft, Israel would be selected in the 9th round by the Montreal Alouettes. Moving forward with his articling program to complete his law degree, Israel would leave football behind as he moved forward to a very successful career as a corporate lawyer. Known as Izzy to his teammates, Robbie Campbell said of Israel, I was very fortunate to have been his teammate and recall how I always admired what a dedicated, talented, poised, and confident drop-back quarterback he was. He was in total command. Art Freeze added, he had our respect. The team played for him. Bob Israel, a Mustang legend.